Hello, dear readers. Today we will discuss You Should Fly Like a Bird to Your Mountain. This book is an autobiography. It contains extensive depictions of scenes, environments, psychology, and thoughts, breaking free from the rigid framework of traditional autobiographies. First published in 2018, the author was only 32 years old at the time. By all accounts, at her age, she was not yet at the stage of writing an autobiography. After its release, the book received tremendous acclaim, topping the New York Times bestseller list in its first week and remaining there for several weeks. The New York Times is a leading name in media. To date, the book has sold over 1 million copies across the United States. Why has this book had such a significant impact? Since the 20th century, the world has become increasingly complex. One major issue is how we understand the world and establish a good cognitive relationship with it, which in turn fosters our growth. From the perspective of female culture, this book is particularly extraordinary. It explores themes of women's value, inner desires, growth, and struggles. The title, You Should Fly Like a Bird to Your Mountain, possesses a uniquely dynamic quality. The book can be read from multiple angles, with the most important theme being flight, or growth. It is not about climbing from low to high in a utilitarian sense, but rather about the unfolding of life and its state. When we see this title, we should ponder, what does bird refer to? 1. How to become a bird that soars beyond the mountains of materialism. The first part of the book begins with the initial construction of Tara's family. Let's get to know Tara's family and see how this vibrant bird was formed. As a woman, Tara's opening lines evoke deep concern in readers. Born on Indian Princess Mountain, Tara comes from a Mormon family. Her father forbade her from reading or attending school, which limited her life more than most. If we compare others with life limitations to those living at the foot of a mountain, Tara lived in a canyon. The book has a religious backdrop, specifically Mormonism. Founded in the 19th century, it began with just over 100 followers. To expand its audience, the religion encouraged its members to have many children and, for a time, supported polygamy. However, the Protestant tradition in America rejected polygamy, leading to widespread criticism and rejection of Mormonism. Initially, Mormons congregated in the central United States, moving continuously until they settled in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today, the headquarters of the Mormon Church, including Brigham Young University, is located there. Moreover, Mormonism has a stringent requirement for purity. For instance, while many religious sects prohibit alcohol, Mormons also forbid coffee. Due to her cultural background in a Mormon family, Tara's father constructed a very fortified lifestyle. He believed that everything in the world was distorted and filled with conspiracy and destruction. Thus, he did not allow his children to attend public schools, thinking that the knowledge taught there was evil and designed to distance people from God. When the family fell ill, they could not go to the hospital. Tara's mother was a skilled herbalist, and her father believed that if herbal remedies could heal, there was no need for conventional medical care. Tara's father was also deeply distrustful of the government. He told his family that the government had killed a neighbor's child. His behavior was particularly interesting. Tara's family had 7 children, 5 of whom were boys. Her father would mobilize the entire family, always prepared for government control or attack. They constantly prepared medical relief kits, made over 1,000 jars of jam, bought firearms, and even constructed a large machine for making bullets. This illustrates Tara's father's apocalyptic mindset, which is a common theme in Mormon imagination. The book recounts a story about the Y2K bug in 2000, which made her father believe the apocalypse was imminent. To save money, earlier computers used 2-digit codes for years. For example, the term January 2, 1999, would drop the 1999 because memory was incredibly expensive. This reduced the coding by 8 digits, lightening the computer's load. However, when the year 2000 arrived, systems malfunctioned. Banks, flight data, and other information became confused, with some data processed as if it were from 1990 and others as if from 3000. leading to chaos. Consequently, her father felt the end of the world was near, and a tense atmosphere enveloped the family. However, this event eventually passed and was resolved. Thus, her father sought to construct a life isolated from modern society. He viewed the external world as unreasonable and rejected modernity. This was his strong desire, and he acted on it vigorously. From a conventional societal perspective, one might find his views unreasonable. Yet, in reality, everyone constructs their own fortress. Her father also had a unique perception of the world. The book describes a moment when Tara wanted to learn, and was studying geometry. She encountered a problem she couldn't solve and asked her mother, who also couldn't help. Eventually, her father came over and solved it without using the formulas from the book, arriving at the answer with remarkable intuition, though he couldn't explain the principle behind it. The book also mentions a day when her father declared that true faith meant only eating honey and cream, while milk was evil and should be avoided. Thus, the family entered this new lifestyle. While other children drank milk daily, Tara had to completely abstain. She loved milk, so she had to run to her grandmother's house every day to drink it. At this point, the book presents an interesting subject: women. The external world is essentially a patriarchal social structure.